position to be in, but that didn't happen. So we're kind of stuck with like really poor leadership, really manipulative leadership, if anything. And I think it's something that can be understood based on the credentials of the man that we're looking at. Like, his health is, surging, but he's clearly like, he's overweight by any shape or character. That isn't something that you can walk away from.
He is the healthiest president in the history of the United States. He would never lie. He never lies.
He's not too heavy. He doesn't drink too much Diet Coke.
Sorry, am I getting interrupted?
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to get interrupted, maybe I should speak.
Okay, well, that's the attitude you're going to take. Fine. Dr. Francine, followed by old Raj. Dr. Francine.
I didn't realize my hand was up. I have nothing to say on this subject.
Not only did you not realize your hand was up, you didn't realize you were on the stage.
No, I had no idea that I was on the stage. And here's what I believe, since I am up here.
This is pretty funny. I like it.
You guys were yelling at each other so loudly that I could not understand what anybody was saying. And I guess my comment is, we aren't going to fix anything if we can't even talk to each other in a fairly decent tone of voice.
Okay, I'll help you with that. I apologize, and I'll help you with that. Marshall and I were correct, and William was wrong. That's all you need to know.
That's usually.
I mean, I'm just trying to clarify it for you because you missed it. But had you been able to hear what we were saying, you would say that Marshall and I were right and William was wrong, and and move on. So I'm just trying to make it easy for you.
Okay, so let me just add by saying that we have lots of things that are threatening us right now, and that they're not the only things are not oil reserves, gas prices, and midterms, but the whole idea of AI and what's happening to jobs and people and electric power connections is another huge issue. And if you want me to tell you whether Donald Trump will win in the midterms, I think the unfortunate thing is we are stuck with him. He's not on the ballot, so no one's going to get rid of him, and we're stuck with him. And you can see why I didn't raise my hand. I usually try to have something of substance.
That was fine. There was substance. There was substance and all that. Especially when you decided you agreed with Marshall and me. We never put words in your mouth, of course.
Marshall usually knows his stuff.
Marshall does, but I don't. I see what's going on here. Is there a mutiny?
Gary, you have been on laughing gas for the last 2 days.
I know, and you know what? I at least enjoy my humor. Nobody else may.
Too much fun.
Well, I at least am having fun. Now, if the rest of you come along and chuckle along with me, that's great. If you get frustrated like John did yesterday, well, that's your problem.
I have this question. Is Christy Brinkley taller than you?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So could that be why she married Billy Joel?
He's not taller than me. He's not she towers over Billy. Can't put
so it wasn't height.
Could have been another measurement. It could have been another measurement. I don't know. I'm not saying. Could have been another measurement, but it was not height. Thank you, Dr. Francine. It's a very serious conversation we're
Oh
having
my
here, ladies
God,
and gentlemen.
you have totally relieved me of my dignity.
No, it's my dignity we're talking about here, not yours.
See, I told you, you are on laughing gas, and you were on laughing gas yesterday too. What's this deal? You find everything funny.
Not everything, but I think that we're under so much stress in our life that sometimes, this is what we do in the newsroom. We joke about things. I swear to God, if you walked into our newsroom, you would probably think that we are not serious about the job we're doing. Well, we are serious about the job we're doing, but we just make fun of everybody. We make fun of the Republicans, we make fun of the Democrats, and even more so, we make fun of one another.
Oh my gosh. Someone in the chat just wrote, I wish the world would end. Hurry up, God, and harvest your children.
Oh, listen, you can always leave the room. Listen, you can end this world by leaving the room. Don't worry about it. You always have an out from the world of the critical thinking forum. So don't worry about it.
The chat on.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can leave the critical thinking forum, for sure.
Yeah. No, the room chat, it's on.
I don't know why it's on. It's not supposed to be on, but I can't seem to be able to control this environment like I did before. Maybe it's because I'm too busy wisecracking and I don't know how to set up the room anymore.
Pay attention, Gary.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Oh my God, you sound like my mother. Thank you.
Of course, I'm a Jewish mother.
There you go. Now, Raj, you're up.
Thank you, guys. Good afternoon. Hey, Gary. Hey, Marshall. I came in late, so I don't know if I had the breadth of the whole topic, but yes, oil reserves are low. Gas prices are definitely up. I'm going to make a prediction, not too eventful, but the Dems will control the House. It'll be a tie, or Republicans will hold on to the Senate, and I'm assuming there will be some new impeachment hearings that'll come up. I would like to see it specifically pertaining to the emoluments clause, which he breaks every day in the Constitution. And I'd say right now that's all I got, because I don't know the genesis of anything else y'all are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. We're going to Meryl, followed by Andrew.
I missed almost the entire show so far. I came in when you guys were talking about the difference between you and Billy Joel. So I think that's a little off topic, right?
Uptown Girl. See, I got it.
Okay. Uptown Girl. Okay. What are okay? Oil prices. Okay, oil reserves low, gas prices high. So is this about the midterms? Is that what it's about? Is that what you're asking? About what we think about what's going to happen in the midterms?
It could be, sure. Out off the midterm, sure.
Well, I think Marshall will agree with me on this one. If the Democrats stay on the right message, in the middle, leaning a little left or a little right, and do not go far left at all, don't go anywhere near the left, and just talk about the economy, and maybe don't even mention impeachment. I think that the Democrats have a chance at the House. I don't know, maybe the Senate, I don't know, but maybe the House. But I think Marshall will agree with me. They've got to stay on the right message. Is that where, am I close? Is that what we're talking about?
When we're not talking about Christy Brinkley and me and my crashing and burning when I tried to steal her away from Billy Joel, yeah.
He lost her anyways.
That's great, but not to me.
Well,
it doesn't matter if she didn't lose her to me.
Just look at your head. You still have more hair than he does. Okay?
That's true.
That's for you. Yeah, that's a big deal. Okay, so is that what you're talking about? Do we think that?
Yeah, that could be what we're talking about. I've lost the train of thought of the whole thing myself. We're talking about all these things coming together. It's like a perfect storm of problems. And how is the president dealing with them? How is the world dealing with them? How are we all individually dealing with them?
Well, individually, well, I can't speak, I can only speak about myself and the people I talk to. And it's very interesting. I talked to one of my family members who says that she and her husband do not want to talk anymore to people that are like-minded, that are just like them, because it's depressing, because you're all talking about the same thing, you're all agreeing, and you wind up going, oh gee, and maybe it'd be, not to talk about, not maybe to see if there's somebody else that thinks differently, and maybe that gets you riled up. Um, and I think that, look, the Trump lovers are the Trump lovers. That's that. But I do
And the
think
Trump
that
haters
it's not
are the Trump
handled well.
haters, right?
Yeah,
The Trump haters are the Trump haters too.
yeah, but I don't think that everybody should just say haters. If we criticize him a lot, but can find something decent to say, that's not hating. I didn't give him an E yesterday. I wanted to, but I didn't. He talked
Okay,
me out of it.
tell me one good thing about Donald Trump.
One good thing about him. Well, I told you that I thought what he did with Phoebe in June. I thought that was good. I thought that was a wake up call. I thought that
The attack
they
on
didn't know.
the initial attack on Iran.
Right, and they didn't know. They couldn't know for certain how successful it would be, because that's only been tested on computers and things like that. But it was excellent. It was executed perfectly, and I think that it woke people up. And I don't think that was bad. I think that was okay. I think this is a good decision that he made. I think that he did good to want to open up the border and to close the borders. I don't like how he executed it, but I'm not angry with him about that. I'm angry about how he executed it. So yeah, I can say that. About him personally, I think that he is a narcissist. He has personality defects, and they're closing in on him, and he's having what, when I read about this, is like what they call a narcissistic breakdown or a fallout. You've got somebody who's used to thinking that he's the best person in the whole wide world and nothing he does is wrong. He's the best, the smartest. And he took those 4 cognitive tests, which why did he need 4? But anyways, and now everything is coming down and he's not the best and people are unhappy. And I don't think that he can handle that. I don't think he can handle that at all. And he's trying to hang on in different ways. I think you hear his speaking the other day, what he was supposed to be talking, I don't know who he was supposed to be talking to, but all of a sudden he's talking about all the wars that he won. And he was rapping the CNN reporter. I thought that was disgusting. He's telling the CNN reporter she's full of crap and she's ugly and she doesn't smile. Oh, she's beautiful but doesn't smile, and then starts talking all about how great he is. So that's somebody who's just not.
I think we all agree there's a personality defect there when he does these kinds of things. Even his greatest supporters would agree with you on that, I think.
The staying up all night and having no control. I've said this the other day. We look at this and we think, oh my God, he's crazy. What we should be saying is, oh my God, he's telling us he's telling the truth. Now we know him. We know what this man thinks. Maybe that's not a bad thing after all, to know what he thinks. Instead of always going and saying, well, he probably didn't really mean that. Maybe he did. Maybe this is, in the middle of the night, this is what he thinks. And that's it. So now we know him. We know everything there is to know about him, and it's pretty bad, that stuff. I just think it's pretty bad. And the cognitive tests, which, by the way, I hope that he doesn't mention Joe Biden anymore, because Joe Biden is dying, so I think that is, let's give him some respect there. But Trump is Trump. And I do believe if the Democrats keep it together, don't just listen to the old Democrats, Chuck Schumer guy. And I happen to be very interested in what Rahm Emanuel has to say, because he won't take crap from anybody, pardon me. And I think he can direct them to stay on message. I think he can. And he's not going to he's not going to say bad things about Israel. He can't. He just won't. And so I think that he can be somebody, a good voice for the Democrats, not necessarily the candidate, but I do think that he'd be a good person to help keep them on message. Is Marshall still there? Does he agree?
Who was the candidate?
No, I'm saying not the
Robert
candidate.
Emanuel.
I'm not a candidate, but that I think that his message, not go all the way to the left, and that he's not gonna, he's gonna help them stay on message. He's gonna remind them it's the.
Oh yeah, the more the message is Trump's a Nazi and he's shitty, the more people are gonna go like, okay, what else do you have to offer me? You've been saying that for 10 years and he's still president, so what's the point, right? If they focus on the economy, at least special election results show that if they focus on affordability, they tend to win more elections than they lose. When they start arguing about ancillary issues like Trump being evil or, essentially
I don't think they should run on that.
Yeah, essentially
And I don't
anything
think they should
ancillary.
say impeachment.
No, I don't think they should either. Anything ancillary to the economy and to making life better for people, I think does the Democrats a disservice, right? If the National Party and the candidates choose to wed themselves and do themselves a disservice, then they will lose the election to Republicans who shouldn't be in office.
And I think that you can get the young people that you lost in New York, like the voters, like what you have in New York, you can get those young people back, or you can get young people interested. Once they realize, you know what, nobody gave you anything, you're not doing much better. You're not doing it, you don't have that $100,000 job that you wanted right out of college. So it is, I think that if they do this right, they'll get the young people back, younger voters, I think, because they are very much affected. And I don't think they should keep talking about impeachment. I hate that. I don't care whether we want to impeach him or not. You just don't run on that.
Thank you, Meryl. We'll go to Andrew,
Well,
followed by Pirate Barry.
Good afternoon, Gary. I do have some hockey news for you.
Excellent.
Excuse me. My city here in Kitchener won the Memorial Cup first time since 2003. That's the junior championships between East and West, if you will. They beat Everett, Washington, actually 6-2 Sunday night. So that was cool, and my city was quite happy and proud of the Kitchener Rangers. Anyway, to the point of the room, gas prices high. Food probably could be in jeopardy, perhaps. Other goods and services getting more expensive as we speak. So. This is long term. I don't think weeks is the word. I think it's months we're talking. Even if it were all to be reopened tomorrow, it would be months for this to filter back out of the calculation in the economy. But as far as the midterms are concerned, I'm sorry, but I don't have much faith in the American people at this point, in their decision-making process and the critical thinking. And with regards to perhaps the fingers that are being inserted into the different states for the election in terms of gerrymandering, I think that bodes ill for the Democratic possibilities. It may backfire. Some have suggested that. I don't know. It'll be a wait and see thing. The thing that I think many people might be concerned about too is whether or not some of these ICE agents may be stationed at your booths, which could serve as a very much
They claim that they're not going to do that, but who knows?
Well, who knows? And that's something that if you look at it broad, you wouldn't see in any of the purple democracies that I'm aware of. Maybe Hungary at one, I don't know. But and Poland perhaps during bad times. But these are concerning issues for sure. But I really, I don't know that it matters much to the average person. I suppose, I think the problem is more systemic than that. I've always been of the view that, when you put a politician in place, are they going to make my life better? It's not likely. And I think in the United States, it's exasperated to a large degree by the amount of money and special interest money that is involved in your politics. I think that skews the results. They may say one thing while they're on the stump, humping the stumps or whatever they call it. But certainly when they get into office, that door is opened and there are people in there with suitcases of money. So it's very discouraging. But yeah, we'll end there.
They give checks. They're not allowed to give suitcases full of money, but not all.
It's
You're not. If they walk into your office and they try to give you a suitcase full of $100,000, you have to. The law says you have to immediately turn it down because you can't accept it. But if they write you an individual contribution check of $5,000, you can take that. I agree with you on the special interest in particular, like PACs and super PACs, right? PACs do have to list where their money comes from, so you know who donated to what. A super PAC, however, you don't have to list your donors, so we don't know who's influencing American elections when super PACs dip in. And I think, to your point, that is greatly distorting of the actual process.
It's distorting of the process and it's distorting the result. So when that person is in office or those people are in office, the decisions that they make, the laws that they pass or that they don't pass are influenced by that. And I think that's where it really becomes evident and most destructive.
Thank you, Andrew. Pirate Berry, followed by Stephanie.
Thanks, Gary. How's my volume?
Loud and clear. How's mine?
Very good. I just wanted to say, number one, I'm a huge Billy Joel fan also. Number two, I got an alert on my phone that Trump accepted invitation to Game 3 of the NBA Finals in New York.
So we will see him in public.
That should be entertaining. And speaking of entertaining, you mentioned Joe Biden pardoning Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden activated his Twitter, and I would definitely recommend you going and checking out some of his tweets. It's definitely worth the price of admission.
More comedy. Thank you. By the way, yesterday in front of Madison Square Garden, while the Knicks were playing in San Antonio, there was, of course, this big watch party outside the Garden. And I don't know whether it really was officially a watch party or not, but there were a gazillion people out there cheering. And it was an exciting game and everything. But somebody came out with the dancing robots. And the robots dancing and dancing and dancing. And one of New York's finest walks up to the robot and slaps the cuffs on him. You're under arrest. It was hilarious. And he just did it, on a spur of the moment. So it was pretty funny to see. Don't worry, folks. No robots were harmed during the filming of the arrest. Stephanie, followed by Armin.
Hello. I am out watching non-Netflix, and I accidentally pressed I don't know how I got up here, but I'm up here. So I'll just say, I don't think it's only about, it's not just the oil, petroleum, it's the fertilizer, it's everything else that the petroleum feeds and creates, the plastics, etc. I think farmers in the United States and other parts of the world are living it out here. And then gas prices, I think that I agree with Andrew. I don't think it's going to be soon. Let's say the year ends tomorrow. I doubt the gas prices are going to go down until, I don't know, end of summer. Maybe I guess at the earliest.
Stephanie, you got some problems with your modulation there. It's very muffled and low.
Can you hear now? Is this better?
But
Okay, sorry. Okay, anyway, gas prices, I think, even if the war ends tomorrow, or the non-war, whatever they seem to call it, I don't think we'll see gas prices come down quickly at all. I agree with Andrew. And I was saying earlier that I think it's more about, it's not just about oil. I think it's about fertilizers and farmers and supply chain all along the line, everything that petroleum feeds. And midterms. Well, I'm in California. We're still waiting for the results of our vote. I understand we're going to get a big vote drop tomorrow night. So hopefully a lot of some of these elections will be finalized. I'm thinking we probably will take the midterms. I think there's a lot of flux. I mean, there was in the news today what Trump is going to reopen 14 coal mines or something like that, an enormous amount of coal mines, and he's doing other bad environmental things, reversing, decades of U.S. progress in terms of environmental health, in terms of protecting the oceans, protecting our air, protecting our water. I mean, as far as I understand, the research has stopped on looking at plastics and PFAS in our water and all the studies on that to help us be healthier people. So I think besides that, and if the economy doesn't fix or get fixed, we are in for a flip on the midterms. I mean, one race in California in the Central Valley that I've been involved in against a many-term Republican congressperson. He was running in this primary against a progressive Dem and a conservative Dem. And so far, the incumbent Republican is first, but the progressive Dem is second. This is in the Central Valley, red Central Valley. The conservative Dem came in low, and she was endorsed by the DCCC and other prominent Lefgren endorsed her, other prominent Republicans endorsed her, and Democrats, conservative Democrats endorsed her, and she is coming in third. So I'm not saying that, I'm not thinking this is going to be, necessarily indication of progressive sweep or anything, but I do think it's an indication of if the Dems play it smart, they're going to take it. And I don't know if they have the discipline to play it smart, but I think if they do, they can take it. So, and I agree with whoever it was that listens to Rahm Emanuel. I listen to him too, and I think he's very right on most of the time. I think he wants to run for president, but I don't know if he can make it either.
I don't know, but
Anyway,
he certainly is right about focusing on kitchen table issues for Democrats.
Yeah.
Like a big, unless you're in a super blue or a super red state where you are in a district that you can afford to talk about stuff that's not the 1, 2, or 3 on people's agendas, then, talking about how terrible Trump is and all that kind of stuff doesn't tend to win the day in competitive districts.
Yeah, I mean, what the studies show is that when you get into the voting booth or you're voting on your ballot at your kitchen table, that your emotion is really driving your vote, and secondarily, issues. So those two things have a kind of a complicated interplay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that Rahm Emanuel is emotionally, he doesn't resonate super strong,
No, he's got instincts like a hawk, but I agree with you.
Yeah,
The emotional pull is not really big.
Yeah, but he's right on the issues, and so policy-wise, I don't know. I don't think he could probably swing it because of the emotional piece. But I mean, you can just look at the candidates that ran for California governor. It just plays it right out there. Katie Porter, emotional issues. Okay, we just can't deal with that, even if she has great policy. Becerra was, he's easy you can emotionally handle his personality. Steyer is more of a firebrand, more strident. And then Steve, the Republican, he is easy too. He's easy to listen to. He's articulate. He's kind of easygoing. So emotionally, people resonate with him. But anyway, I think it's entertaining at the least. Not always fun to live it out, but
I agree with that.
entertaining from the art.
I agree with that. It's not always fun to be in the middle of it, Stephanie. Sometimes it's really competitive.
Yeah, it's painful. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really painful in real life. So, but I think that there's mounting bad things that are happening under the Trump administration. The list is getting longer and longer, and I think it's going to damage them in the midterms and probably next 2 years from now. Although I'm not going to make that assumption. I'm ready to keep fighting. Anyway.
Thank you, Stephanie. Mays, I think you're going to get the last word today, buddy.
Alrighty. I wanted to talk about the oil reserves. And I can talk from experience because I worked for 4 of the big oil companies in the U.S. in an IT department. And my ex-wife did all the accounting for Enron, Chevron, and many others. So I will say this, that technically we don't need oil. We have I'm talking about the U.S., right? The U.S. has massive oil reserves. The problem is that we've always taken the position of why use our own oil if we can just buy somebody else's and use theirs, right?
It's not just that, it's the kind of oil that comes out of the ground too. Some of the oil has to be refined to a greater degree, and so it's not super useful in the United States.
And of course, we buy from everyone, including Mexico, right? So when I see our oil prices go up and it has a direct result or connect the dot with the wars that we participate in, I see reality where it's all about certain individuals, right, just making money at our expense. Then when I say our expense, I'm talking about the American citizens, right? So we're paying high oil prices, gas prices at the pump, simply because somebody at the top, including Trump, they don't think for a second that Trump is not getting a piece of the pie there. And I guess all presidents have to
oil companies are slipping the guy a check.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called
lobbying.
What
evidence do you have for that?
It's called lobbying. I will tell you
that's not bribery. That's covered under the First Amendment, applying to your government for redress.
I didn't say it was bribery.
Yes, you said he got a check. If you give a guy a check,
that doesn't mean bribery.
My point is, Exxon is not sending Donald Trump a check personally. They pay taxes to the U.S. government, but they're not sending checks to Donald Trump.
The only way that his argument would hold water, and I have no idea what the president or his family members or his associates' investments are, is if he is manipulating the oil prices and they're getting advance notice of it and investing or de-investing based on that. But that would be speculative as well. I don't think anybody has been able to show that, at least not to my knowledge. How about to yours, Armaze?
Well, I will tell you this, a lot of stuff that our government does is not going to be publicly known, right? We should know that. We can't be, what's the word I'm looking for? We can't be ignorant to the fact that, or pretend that stuff like that does not go on. And I think
that may be, stuff like that may go on, but you made a direct accusation, and if you make the accusation, it's incumbent upon you to back it up with facts, and I'm giving you a third time to come up with some facts.
I don't have any facts at this moment.
Then why would you say stuff like that? You do this a lot. I don't understand.
Just because I don't have the fact in front of me.
Yes, it means it's not true. That's exactly what it means. It means you're giving your opinion about it, and your opinion, while you're allowed to have it, is only valuable when matched with fact, when you make declaratory statements about the way politics work. Like, you need to have facts for this stuff, bro. You can't just open your mouth and say that kind of stuff and expect people like me and Gary not to ask you where you got the information.
I'm not
And then when you say I don't have the information, it's incumbent upon us then to say, okay, well that's just your opinion, man.
Yeah,
And
it's
kind
about
of dis-
freedom of
and kind of and
speech.
kind of no, freedom of speech is about the government limiting your speech, not my opinion of your speech.
I don't believe that. I'm going to disagree, but let's agree.
Well,
to
read the First Amendment. The First Amendment says the government shall make no rule abridging speech. It doesn't say that in private conversations I can't ask you to be factual.
That Gary doesn't have the right to kick him off the stage. Go sue me for kicking you off the stage. I'd like to see you win on that one. Marcia makes a good point, and it's important that people recognize this. You do have a tendency to make declarative statements without information, and then you claim, well, it's true, I just don't have the information in front of me. But then on the occasions where you have been fact-checked, such as the president of Mexico's position on nuclear weapons, you have been proven wrong. So all we're asking all we're asking is that when we invite you to the stage, which we will continue to do, you're a good contributor, that you do a little homework before you come. It's not that difficult today with the internet. Even in Mexico, I think you have access to the internet, right?
Of course.
Okay, but you're here. But you're here with us now. So you can very well find something to substantiate the allegation that you just made against the president, at which point we're going to say, oh my, thank you for bringing that to our attention. Folks, we are Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock New York time. So until 5 o'clock New York time tomorrow, for the next edition of the Critical Thinking Forum, everybody be safe, be well, and peace out.
in order for me to win this bet that we just made here, I just need one. Right, so that's why it's a good bet, and that's why I took the bet. I just
that's
need
a
one.
fact. That's a fact. Listen, I'm confident in white people racism.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, Matt is confident that America is fucked, or at least Texas. Because what the hell? He just need one little piece of something and he wins.
Yeah, all I
How many counts he got?
Haven't figured it out yet.
I don't even know. I know that it is.
Y'all making bets and y'all don't know how many counts this nigga got?
No, we're making a bet on the verdict.
Right, I get
Rare.
you. But you remember when we did the verdict, sentencing and the verdict for Diddy? Right? We parsed it out to like what counts and who was more right.
All right. All right. So the bet's on the indictment right now, right? Like
On the
premeditated murder.
You want to do it on the murder?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it on the murder.
Well, that's what we're being charged with.
Yeah,
So, like,
we'll do it on the murder.
So if he takes the plea deal, lose. Because it would have to be a murder or not, right?
No, but the plea deal, because I'm making my bet because white people are racist. So the plea deal would have nothing to do with the racist white people.
It's only now. First.
So you one count, first degree murder?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. So come on, I agree. I'll take
Right.
it all day every day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, but what I'm saying is like, if the is instructed to add like a lesser count, right? Let's say some sort of like an assault or whatever the hell they do. I don't know what the process is, but like, let's just say they do that, and then he's like, you know what? I'll just take the deal and I'm out of here. Like no time, no jail, no nothing, right?
Oh, he's not gonna get no.
Yeah, I'll give you a deal too. If you take it.
All right. But technically, I mean, you just heard him accept that, so say it doesn't matter. But technically, when you take a deal, it is a statement that said, like...
Yeah, that you're guilty.
Yeah.
Right. Guilty of a lesser, not guilty of it.
All right. No, listen, I'm really. I don't think they're gonna offer him. I don't think they're gonna offer him anything because they would have already.
They don't bust down the charge all the time.
Sometimes
you have to plead to that charge, and then they give you the lesser sentence.
I took what is it, the feminist shtick.
No, for real, for sure.
What does race have to do with this? Really?
Excuse me, why can't race have something to do with it?
Well, show us the evidence. Stop making up stories. What does race have to do with it?
I'm gonna go inside each of these teenagers' minds and pull it out. But no, like there's things. I get what you're saying. In the actual case, you're looking for him saying the N-word or the black kid.
I'm looking for evidence
white
of
boy.
race.
That's evidence of race in the case, right?
Well, yeah, you need some
That's the
evidence,
type
or
of
else
stuff
there's
you're
no
looking
race.
for.
You can't just make it
That's
up.
what you're looking for, right? No,
I'm looking for
what you're saying
evidence.
to me, you're saying to me that if I don't present to you evidence, right, that there's no possible way that race could have been a factor, and that's just not true, right?
Not true. No, that's not what I'm saying. The law is
if I don't give
black
you,
and white.
let me just ask you, El Norma, I'm just entertaining this. If I don't give you any evidence, does that mean that no race was involved in the case, in the situation?
That means that there is no
just
evidence
answer me
that
yes
race
or
is
no, and then I
involved.
will listen to you. Just for me.
Okay.
If I don't give you no evidence, does that mean that there's no race involved in the case or in the situation?
Under the law, 100%. You notice that Derek Chauvin was not accused of anything having to do with race. Did you notice that? You know why? Because there's no evidence that Derek Chauvin's murder had anything to do with race.
Okay, you know what we're talking about when we bring up race? We're talking about the system, right? You're talking about, hold on a second, let me get there. You're talking about the lawyers and the prosecutor bringing up race in the case. We're not saying that that's going to happen. We're critiquing the system and trying to make an educated guess about what the outcome will be based on the past and the present state of the system. When you hear us bring up race and you want us to stop doing that, that's fucking far-fetched.
I didn't say stop doing it. I just said...
Hold on. That's far-fetched for a room of niggas like us to do when a case like
Well, you're going to have to learn
what
to
the
stop
fuck is
relying
up with
on
you?
that.
Shut your dumb ass up. It's a factor. Shut your
going on?
What's going on, Norma? You're so scared of fucking that we can't even.
No, I'm not afraid at all.
You use anti-Semitism as a crutch. Let me just say this. Sorry, my bad, bro. My bad. Because I realized that he's so scared of race that he won't even acknowledge it as a factor in a volatile case like this.
Because he's a dishonest cockroach. He's a dishonest cockroach.
Now you're making up another story. The fact that race is going to play a part in the decision of this case.
Show me the evidence of that.
The evidence is that there's racists in the world and they may be in the jury.
Right. And then maybe you're racist.
Exactly.
Maybe concrete is racist.
Yes, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, duh. That's how that works, dummy.
Right.
So, fucking
without evidence, you're just making up a story.
Do you know what evidence means, you fucking idiot?
Yes.
What is it? Define it. Define it, you dummy. Define evidence, dummy.
You garbage
Define evidence, you dummy.
Yes.
You fucking nitwit.
You do
You
it,
fucking
maggot.
brain dead fucking
Teach us something, maggot.
weirdo.
So, AK,
Define it. Define evidence. Define evidence.
Right.
Define evidence. Define it.
Right.
Define
Look
it.
it up.
Define it. Use your own words. Use your words, dum-dum.
I know. Okay.
Use your words. You've been using the term this whole conversation. What does it mean? What does evidence mean, El Normo? What does evidence mean, El Normo? Evidence mean, El Normo. What does evidence mean, El Normo? Dum-dum. Dum-dum. What does evidence mean?
Show us
What evidence mean, El Normo?
AK.
El Normo. El Normo.
I asked him what system.
Oh, he doesn't answer the question. El Normo.
What's that? Okay, so let's judicial system. Okay, show us where.
El Normo.
Judicial
What is
system.
define evidence?
So show us
Define
where
evidence.
the racism.
El Normo.
judicial
You can't
system
keep moving forward
has
until you
anything
define
to do- We've already
evidence.
left you in the dust.
Define evidence.
Okay.
Here, I'll read it
There
for
is
you,
the
dum-dum. I'll read it for you.
Racism.
Here goes define evidence.
Hey, can we have some order and make arguments instead of insults? Can you address the arguments and not the ad hominem?
Legal sense.
You never been in a
Define evidence.
Right.
El Normo, define evidence. Define evidence.
AK.
Do you want to help him out? Do you want to define evidence?
Where evidence, AK?
Ben, do you want to define evidence? Do you have the definition, Ben?
You're pathetic. I'm not.
What evidence mean, Ben?
You're gonna make a vague.
Oh, do you know what evidence means?
I'm not on North.
Do you know how the term is used?
I think you're
You're
pathetic.
What is evidence, Ben?
You're pathetic.
Ben, what is evidence? Do you have a definition?
Look it up.
Do you have a
Read it to the
definition?
room. Read it to the
Do you
room.
have a definition?
You are
Yes, it's in the
pathetic.
dictionary. If you want.
Yeah,
to
why
look it
don't
up.
you use it in your own words, El Normo? Are you too
But
stupid to
we
say
are.
what evidence is, El Normo?
Well, everybody.
Are
knows
you
what
too
it means.
stupid to put it in your own words?
Do you not know what it means?
Are you too stupid to put it in your own words,
Are
El
you
Normo?
so dumb that you don't know what evidence
Are you
means?
scared to say what evidence is, El Normo?
Well,
How do you qualify
Are you?
something as evidence? How does
Are
something
you?
qualify as evidence, El Normo?
Okay.
Are you too stupid to put it in your own words?
Why? Why do you
Put it in your own words, El Normo.
Why do you come to that
Articulate the concept of
Why
evidence, you
concrete?
stupid man.
Why? You don't look it up.
Articulate the concept of evidence, you stupid,
It's only
stupid
got
man.
3 syllables. Concrete is too hard
Articulate
for
the
you.
concept of evidence,
Can you
stupid
spell evidence
man.
concrete?
Go ahead.
Spell
I'm
it.
waiting.
Look it up.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
So I think
You're
what
using
saying
terms that you
is
don't
there
know.
is zero
Is that what's
evidence
happening?
of racist
You're
hate.
using it again. What is evidence?
If you disagree,
What is evidence, El
there's
Normo?
zero evidence
El Normo, what's
of
evidence?
racism in this case.
El
I
Normo.
challenge you
El
to present
Normo.
the evidence of racism. I'm ready. Go.
El Normo, what's evidence?
Show us the evidence.
El Normo, what is evidence?
Why do you ask?
Because you don't know what it is.
Okay.
You keep saying that it doesn't exist, but yeah,
you
I
know
don't
what
think
it
you
is?
know what it is. Yes,
You
I
know
do.
what it is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell us.
It is facts or information that would increase the probability of a proposition being true.
What?
You know what that is?
So where's the
Do
evidence
you know what that
of
is?
racism?
Facts or information
Evidence of racism in this
that would
case.
increase the probability of a proposition being true.
Great. So where's the evidence of racism in this case? Show us.
What do you think would be the evidence, you stupid man?
Well, you're the one who made the claim.
Would the fact that there are
The burden of
race,
proof is on
different
you.
race involved, you dum-dum? Would that be evidence of race being a factor, you dummy?
Absolutely not.
Why not? Why is that not a factor?
Because
why would race being involved not be
a possible factor in race being the motivation.
Because racism implies bias, and you show no bias.
No, I didn't say racism, dum-dum. I said race.
Racism.
Race.
I'm saying
race.
racism.
Oh, so you're changing the goalposts. Is that it?
Not at all, no.
Is race a factor, you dummy?
Yes, you maggot.
Okay. Is race a factor? He said yes. Thank you.
No,
We're
no,
done.
you say yes,
Thank
race
you.
is a factor.
Is race a factor, yes or no?
Show us the evidence.
Is race a factor, yes or no?
Show us the evidence.
Is race a factor, yes or no?
You'll have to show me the evidence.
Oh, okay, cool.
All
so
right.
you don't know what evidence is. That's why you keep saying
have
that.
any evidence.
What is evidence, El Normo? What is evidence, El Normo?
Do both schools have both races?
What is evidence, El Normo?
Both races.
You obviously don't know what race evidence is, you fucking idiot. Thank you.
I think you've proven pretty decisive racism.
What is evidence? What is evidence? What is evidence?
Evidence is fact. You got any?
Uh-huh. And what else? What else? El Normo, that's not the whole definition. You want me to say it again? Exactly.
Show us
race is not race, dum-dum.
Oh, so there's no racism in this case. Good. We're making just learn something.
Two different concepts, dum-dum. So is race a factor?
I get it.
Is race a factor? Is race a factor, you dummy?
In what way?
Is race a factor, yes or no?
How is race a factor?
Is race in people's decision making?
Show us.
Is
What
it
people?
or not?
What people?
In people who appeal to race, obviously.
Well, who's appealing to race in this case?
Human beings. Human beings appeal to it. Oh, you don't
this
appeal to race?
Who in this case is
Do you appeal to race?
No.
Do you appeal to race?
No.
You're a liar.
You?
You're a fucking
No,
liar.
you're a
You're a cockroach liar.
No,
you're a
you're a
cockroach liar.
You're a
You have no
squirming on a
integrity.
garbage.
Shut your fucking mouth.
No, stop squirming on the garbage. I've just blown you out. Go take your loss. Go do the walk of shame. And if anybody thinks that race is a factor in this case, just bring the evidence and we'll look at it together. I rest my case.
Race will be a factor in the verdict of this case. People
Well, you'll have to
show
show-
bias. There's not going to be any proof there no more. You need to
Oh,
relax.
so you're making it up then?
Because people, the way people interact with the world based on their experience and based on their judgment, you can't provide evidence for that. But I would put money on it that race. If you were to question this in a deceptive manner that they would not understand why they make the decision they make, you will see that race is a factor. The fact that this kid is black and killed a white kid is going weighing on these white people's minds.
Well, let's say the
States
kid
like
was
Texas.
white. Let's say the kid was white. You think he'd be convicted of murder?
I mean, if both of them were white,
Yes.
yeah, he would have had a better chance. I understand.
But would he be convicted of murder?
I don't think he would.
I think he would.
They said, "Oh, this was a mistake."
I think he would. No.
No, he
Once you stick a knife in somebody's, that's open and shut, man. That's the end of that. Game over. That's not ambiguous.
I think to say that race is inherent. I mean, is the schools homogenous? Do they not have mixed races and ethnicities? I mean, the kid would have been around before. So to say that because of that, I think it's more so because they are maybe rivals and they escalated. Once again, back to censoring kids. They don't have the wherewithal to know that there's consequences because we've protected them from them. But to inherently say that race is involved, I don't know if you can say.
No, but hold on. Part of the reason why the entire jury would that the argument was made that like 97% of the population of that like county or town, whatever it is white. So even if the school isn't necessarily homogenous, the question becomes like how much exposure does the average white person have to a black person in their daily lives? And then the second question would be, if you're part of a minority of a town that's like, are you more likely to be on edge to some degree? So could it be argued that Carmelo probably felt a little bit more on edge because he's a minority, right? Like, I think these are fair questions to ask in terms of like how race would intersect with this case.
Exposure to the opposite race doesn't mean from being a racist minority.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, couldn't the inverse be true though? Being a minority in an area where you are the minimum, like you have an expected air of entitlement. Oh well, nothing's gonna happen to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
if you're gonna say it one way, you have to do it.
Absolutely not in this country. I don't think there's a single country for the minorities, right? Is racist toward the majority. I know, I take that back. In a couple of places, I take that back.
But even though shipwreck, like even if I granted you that it could be the inverse could be true, that just shows that race would be a factor necessarily, right? Like race isn't something that we can afford to ignore when looking at the case. It's a good question to ask though, right? Like it could be the case that he was entitled because he was a minority and maybe he felt like some kind of protected status or privilege type thing. But I just don't necessarily. It doesn't make as much sense to me given the context or how the way the story pans out. That doesn't seem like entitlement to me. But I mean, that's just me though.
Wait, what? I would argue that the interaction between the kids might not have been racial. We don't have the evidence for that. What I'm arguing is, I think the verdict will be a racial verdict. I think is white people would not let a black kid get away with murder.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Hilarious.
So there's the substantive part of a case, right? And then there's the procedural part of the case, like, for instance, picking the jury, right? I'm going to claim that race is always a part of every single case when it comes to picking the jury. What do you guys think?
That's true.
Wait, hold on. Do you have, okay, so look, I respect your opinion, your professional experience. I don't know if you're offering that as like a thought experiment, or do you have, because what I would want is like psychological statistical analysis that I could present as a study on how people make decisions and how race plays an influence, more so than like dealing with intuitions and experience. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
And I'm wondering if you have, which one are you operating on, if that is your true position. I'm not saying you're being dishonest or anything. Wait, hold on. I'm not saying you're being dishonest. I don't know if you're...
Am I breaking up or is it him?
Which more is scientific study or a combination of both?
My bad, bro. You're breaking up. I just heard scientific study or a combination of both, but I kind of get the gist of the
Where have you been, girl?
I based this on just...
Yeah, I was out. Bob was in my room. I was like, where the fuck is she? Bob was in my room. Yeah. What? Yeah. They were talking. He was saying again that his grandmother is the only Persian one. I was like, where's Narcus?
So Daniel was telling Emmy that the picture he has in his profile picture is his mom.
No, it's Fatima.
No, it's not.
That's Fatima, yeah.
What? No, it's not.
Daniel, why are you saying that's your mom? That's Fatima.
See the picture before that.
Oh no, I can't see that one.
Well, I just want to welcome back everybody to Find Islam in the Bible, Megatron's favorite way to spend his day, which is with you. And Abby witnessed earlier Tuna Boy. He made death threats against me.
I've been taking a shower with that ankle bracelet you got there, Ian Rand.
The projection alert system has been activated.
Is that like, do you put soap around it and shit, dude? Like when you're in the shower with that?
With what?
Nothing. He has a pretty little bracelet on his ankle.
Really?
Again, the projection alert system has been activated.
If you want that brought back down to humanity, just speak to this guy Ian, and he'll make you feel like less.
Yeah, I know him for a long time.
I didn't ask you that, Abby.
I know how he is.
But I'm just saying, I didn't ask you.
Okay, abuse me. Not abuse me.
No, I didn't mod abuse you. I'm just saying I didn't ask you.
Abby, please, she's nice though.
She doesn't like me. I'm not gonna like promote.
I never said that.
She never liked me.
I don't. I
She
never
never
said
liked
that.
me because I'm black.
I didn't know you were black.
Megatron,
You're not black.
He's black from the waist down.
If you were black, then I would like.
I want Abby on my face.
Are you black from the waist down or?
Waist down, black.
No, I don't care about that shit.
Purple waist down.
Fuck, that's so disgusting.
Yo, look at those tents. Oh my god.
I've seen them. They're really good.
Which one?
Baby.
Oh, they're so good.
Love took her away.
Wow. I didn't know you can sing.
She's gone to heaven. No, I've got to be good. So I can see my baby
No,
when
I think he's Fatima here. I'm joking.
it's
You could bring her
I
here.
swear she follows me. I don't ping her. So.
You could bring her in here, and I would be so nice to her. I promise.
No, I don't want her to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't like her anymore?
Because she's gonna do something and I'm gonna get the blame.
No, I would protect you.
It's okay though. I don't care. But yeah.
But I really like you.
You went in
Thank you. I like you too.
I want you to sit on my face.
You went in on her hard, Zobs.
What, Nero? What?
You went in on her so hard, Zobs.
In Fatima?
She went after Fatima so.
No, it was not that bad.
I can't go in on somebody who's anorexic, you know.
I'm anorexic too.
I was told not to do that anymore, so I won't make fun of people who are anorexic. I mean, Fatima who's anorexic. I won't make fun of her. I promise.
She probably doesn't care. She literally doesn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just don't think we should talk about food in front of her because it's probably really sensitive. And I feel like the
Oh,
last.
maybe she'll get hungry and she'll eat more.
Oh, that's true. Maybe she'll eat and like, do you think she's bulimic? Like she'll eat and she'll just like throw it up.
No, she's anorexic.
I'm totally just.
She doesn't eat. She doesn't eat at all.
I hate her. I don't like her.
Don't fucking rob a bank with this fucking chick.
Me?
With me?
Yeah, Abby. Don't ever fucking rob a bank with this chick.
Yeah.
She'll spend all her money and put you in jail to take yours.
She'd confess.
Yeah.
Abby, I feel like you would confess.
No shit.
I would confess.
You would take the money and then say sorry.
No, I would not. I would just give the money back to Bang. No.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
I found so much money on so many times I found money and I will just give it back to or tell the neighbors like, hey, did you lose money?
Well, no, if it's your neighbor's money, yeah.
I mean, where else would I
that's
find
different.
money? I don't go somewhere else.
Isn't it crazy how much vacuuming can make a difference?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
100%.
I mean, we always vacuum every day.
You vacuum every day?
Yes.
That's wild.
So do I.
You do?
You have to when you
I
if you have
can't
kids.
Yes.
I hate
But we don't even have animals, you know?
Yeah, I don't have animals.
Yeah, well, I even more, like once in the morning, maybe once in the evening.
You guys have too much time on your hands.
How many vacuum cleaners do you have?
I have 3 or something.
I have 3. I have 1 for every floor.
I have Dyson.
We have 2.
I have iRobot.
Yeah, I have a robot too.
I have a good one. I bought it during the. I have Dream. It's so good. Just does it itself. I also have like it cleans the windows itself too, and bathtubs and stuff.
I have every kind of vacuum. I have the Dyson. I have the Shark. I have the.
Yeah, even I have Shark.
I have all of them.
Me too. Don't have to show off.
I'm not trying to show off. I'm just saying.
But you can. For me, these are like very important things.
Yeah, they're essential because I don't have carpets. I can't have carpet in my house. Yeah, fuck the carpet.
I mean, I have, but I don't have like it's not carpeted.
Yeah, I have carpets, but not. I have hardwood floor. Damn.
I can't do carpets. I see carpet and I'm just like, oh.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I I like Bush though.
The fucking odor that comes
It's
out
horrid.
of these things.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You guys don't put like baking soda on there and stuff?
No. Has to shine. It has to be super shiny all the time.
Well, yeah, but like you put it on it so like it absorbs the odor.
No man. I use. You know what I have, Metron? Guys, like this little green thing. You know that machine that's super high suction.
Yeah.
For soaking the carpets, and I also use it. I use it sometimes on the mattresses that I have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got
Like
my
it
mattress.
sucks it out like
So do I.
so much. There's not much dirt where I live at all.
It's the dust mites
It
that build up.
does. America has a certain kind of dust. You don't, especially where I live, because there's desert on one side and there's beach on the other side. It's a kind of light white dust.
Yo, I have two, not one, two covers over my mattress.
Yeah,
The
me
first
too.
one is from the bottom coming up, and then the one on the top goes over the one on the bottom.
Oh, I see. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. So both are waterproof, right?
No. Those are for my kid. The kids have a water. No, that's uncomfortable to sleep on.
No, they're not. You don't know the newer ones they're making.
What are you doing with your bed that you need a water? What is? I don't even want to know.
Because it should be just very immaculate.
No,
It's not water. It's dust-proof, waterproof. This little ticks, whatever. What are those called? Bed mites. I've never seen bed mites, but it
It's
has
dust mites. The dust mites. Dust mites. Yeah.
What are dust mites?
Oh my God! Look it up.
They're like little
microscopic mites.
They eat skin cells.
They eat
How
the.
do they look?
They eat the flakes that come off your skin.
Oh my God! You're bloody kidding me! This can't be real.
Bro. Yes.
I mean, they are innocent, but like you have to change your.
You have bugs all over you like that every day, all day.
Oh my God! Where are they? Where are these?
They live on your skin. They live in your like eyes. They live in like your.
This is not real. This can't be true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! I can't live.
Hello. Hello.
I can't do this anymore. I can't live.
Hello.
You will be fine. You have lived so far, so.
Just take your skin off. It won't be an issue.
It's unbelievable. They can't be on.
Many of
They live in your eyelashes. They live in your eyelashes.
Many of you are already altruistic
Kat, do you know what
parasites.
Ethan Moose looks like?
Yes.
No, I'm asking
Who?
that.
I don't
Remember
know.
Ethan, the one that was always talking in Andrew's room, the one obsessed with Andrew?
Ethan. Yeah, of course. What about?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what he looks like.
We know.
But he's on YouTube, so it's not like I'm doxing him or anything.
We know how he looks like. In fact, they had like put in money to get him. I think he had.
Oh, is he the one? He's the one that was debating.
Yeah, the American.
Yes, the one that talks about the bride. Remember the bride one? The bride thing?
Yeah.
You were around for that one. This is him.
That's why there is no dementia in Israel. If you're a Christian and still don't know that the reversal of memory loss is in the Bible, read the scripture.
So it's kind of like clickbait age. I don't know. I think maybe justifiably really skeptical.
I always thought that.
So at the final apparition, she had scheduled on the first visit. In 3 months, I'm going to make everyone believe. I'm going to perform a sign that will make everyone believe. So on October 13th, around midday, which is when the schedule is for all of these apparitions, at this location, which is the Kitover Libertarian. But okay, so then we keep going, and basically, we have what happens in September, and now this is when we're starting to deal with crowds in the tens of thousands of already gathered. And so the apparitions play out as they had before.
Total creep mode.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you see how many views he got? It's fucking amazing. He's at 100,000 views.
Yeah. That's not on his channel, bro.
3.4 thousand likes. I know, but it's still pretty impressive. Ethan Muse. But yeah, that's what he looks like.
Crazy.
I mean, honestly, with all the videos I have combined of Tom Rabbits, I probably make up like 10,000 views.
Well, anyways, I mean,
Is that all right?
you could take this 5-hour dialogue with him and just do like a key extracts, and then you're like, wow, okay, great, we got the top 10 here, and then you're done with it. But Andrew will still keep coming here for the rest of his life until Mark Benioff decides to shut down
Why are
this
you complaining about it?
this
Why,
this
what are you
Parasite
doing
app.
now?
Oh, I'm about to go enjoy my best life.
I need information. I don't need you complaining. I need information from you. Yeah, stop projecting. I need information. I want to learn something.
The projection alert system has been activated.
Conversations you don't care about.
Well, see, I believe that, essentially, you're wasting your time. I think you could confirm it if you were to be more aware of how you spend your time. But because I film all of my time, I'm well aware of how I spend my time.
Bro, you look at yourself. You have a TikTok where you're just fixing your face. You're looking into the camera, and you're doing absolutely nothing. Do you understand how, like, when I see you doing this, I'm like, he must be either peaking from his, what would I say, your controlled substance, your benzos. You're peaking on your benzos, and you want to share your peak moments of ecstasy. When you're jittery and you feel like you have this tickling sensation that's going up your ass, and then what you're doing is you're recording for everybody to see it. That's exactly what's going on. I've been there too, Ian. I've been there. I know what the tickling sensation feels like. It's just better with a man. I'm just letting you know. So that's all you're missing is a boyfriend in your life. You should be doing this with another man. No offense. Maybe a younger man. Because you're like the older one.
It would make a lot more sense if, like, there was a single viewer. Like, let's say there was 2 people watching. And every time you go in, there's like, nobody's watching it for hours. That's the creepy part. I'm sorry, why would you do a live stream video with no fucking viewers? It's a little bit weird. Sorry. Are you doing a performance for yourself? Are you archiving them for them to later be discovered? Maybe after your death they'll find it and you'll be heralded, as a great comedic genius. But right now we're just left to question your sanity as you sit there and perform for
The projection alert system has been activated.
Dude, honestly, I would have nothing to say to this guy if he didn't come in and was telling us this bullshit. He's just projecting. There's no way. I don't want to complain about John. John, do you, bro? I jerk off the granny porn.
I told him 1,000 times, listen, you should animate it.
I jerk off the granny porn.
I told him it's a prank call or an animated fucking thing. Dude, there's times where he's funny and you get some reactions out of people, and you should just fucking just chop it up, dude, and fucking make a cartoon out of it, dude, and sell it to Cartoon Network. They'll probably take it. Just gets, fucking, it's Clown House, dude. You know what I mean? God.
Bro, I'm blowing low to fucking 70, 80-year-old saggy fucking women online. You know what I'm saying? I have my I get it. You know what I'm saying, John? I get it. It's cool. Not like I really do that. I'm just saying, everyone has their thing. I could care less how you spend your time. But you need to come in here and tell us that you're spending so much better time than us, but you're on the same fucking app, recording yourself doing the same shit we're doing. Ringing bells, playing your harmonica, sitting there breathing, doing breathing techniques. Give me a fucking break, John. Go, at least do something. Fly a kite, Do me a favor. You know what would be talented? Open your fucking window and fly a kite from your fucking window while you're streaming. That's fucking talent. Like, give me something.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Megatron here. I do think it doesn't take much talent to plug in a cell phone and point it at yourself, you know, and just multiply that by like 10 or whatever, how many you have. But there is a liability for documenting yourself in this way, because eventually you're just going to forget that you're now videoing yourself, and who knows what you could be engaging in. And you seem like the type that, you know, wants to keep some of your behavior, you know, behind closed doors, so to say. Because I can imagine that you have a drum, 55-gallon drum somewhere in that fucking creepy house of yours. Do you need to get help, John?
I just want to dedicate this song to all the losers on Clubhouse that won't shut the fuck up. Never had one lesson. Amen. 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 Ooh. Welcome back to Barth's miserable existence here on Clubhouse. We are live streaming from the bunker, listening to Barth and Narjas and Zabu and Nero and Regal do their thing, which is patterning. Let's start the show. Take it away, Daniel.
John, this isn't helping you, man. You need to touch some grass. Maybe you'll get some ass. You're just like, this is no good for your mental health.
The projection alert system has been activated. The projection alert system has been activated. See, you know the craziest thing is, it's like we're investing all this money in these data centers, and the whole world is pretty much video at this point. So I'm actually just ahead of the curve. You guys are still using a fucking retard app. You should be on other platforms, but you're not. I'm here extracting you, harvesting you. I am House Harkonnen, here to harvest and extract the spice from your meager existences.
You don't like the people. You're watching too many movies over there.
This guy's fucking lost. Oh my god. Let me start that again.
Yeah, I swear to God.
I gotta see this.
Oh my God,
Can you see what he's looking at? He's looking at.
it is so small. It's like he can't. It's like he can only hold the tip because there's nothing to hold. So he's just using his his thumb and his index finger. It's disgusting.
Oh no. Let me see if I can find it.
Who's this? I'm sorry. John.
Bought master.
Oh, wow.
You don't like my little pan flute? Your projection alert system has been activated. Your projection alert system has been activated. Welcome back to Barth's clubhouse pattern known as, let's get a fucking Muslim up here and talk to him. And then that's the show. It's like George and Jerry at NBC, and they're like, what's the show about? He's like, it's a show about nothing. And he's like, a show about nothing? He goes, Jerry, don't tell him everything.
What do you think, Nero? If you had like a proper editor and had somebody just splice all this audio together and made like a cartoon out of it?
You could. I tried to do that. It's very difficult. It's just.
I mean, it talks. You gotta be creative to do it, though. You have to apply yourself and put the effort, you know.
It's tough. It's very tough. Very, very tough.
I understand that.
When, see, the thing is, when you guys say to me, hey, check out this video I made, and I click the link, I'll say, oh, awesome, you're a creative now. But if you just create things to throw it in a mop bucket and then flush it down the toilet, which is what Clown House is, honestly, you're semi-retarded. And the truth is, you're never going to make any money doing this.
Like, like the fucking Cheech and Chong audio record tracks, or
at least they made money.
The Jerky Boys.
Yeah, they made money,
dude. And then you have like the whole fucking, prank fucking thing going on with the fucking the mic thing, and everybody's doing this blood sport debate shit on TikTok and fucking YouTube and everything else, and it's oversaturated now that it's boring. That it would actually be a breath of fresh air to see something that you could splice together creatively. And have some sort of a representative, whatever the case may be, to put the face to the voice to, and have it a little animated and wacky.
Yeah.
And you can even put yourself in there too, and it would be cool, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's an angle somebody didn't go with yet. If you get what I'm saying. But
well, I know people can't do
in the patience to fucking sit there and edit it yourself, or
I don't know.
Have the creativity for
Projection alert detection system has been activated. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have an inflatable,
dude, is I don't really want to fucking. I'm tired of Andrew and everybody else and whatever the fuck. Like, talk about something positive, dude. What the fuck? Because like I'm not gonna hang out on here if it's fucking negative every day.
Yeah, try reading a book, fat ass. The point is, homeless people, when you try to give them a tent, guess what? They reject it every time. And I'm like, how do you not want a free tent? You're homeless. They go, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I go, why don't you want a free tent? You're homeless. And they go, no, I'm good. And I'm like, well, your legs are puffy because, yikes, that's called diabetes. And, the pus flowing out of the lower bottom part of your legs onto your second chair, yikes, that's indication of a health problem. What would it be like if you just had your own bathroom or your own bed to sleep on, a place to take a shower and sleep and maybe heal a little bit? That'd be nice, right? Instead of being homeless, sitting on a chair, rejecting a tent, pus dripping out the bottom of your cankles. Hello?
Yeah, Regal, we're of one mind when it comes to like what John needs to do to improve. He needs an editor. He just needs someone to pick the good stuff. Because I don't think there are gems in there, but they're few and far between. So if you edit them into spend the time editing and you animated it, I think it will be a sensation. Absolutely. But there's so much just garbage that he dumps out there. And it's not good.
You can't have the good without the bad. It's impossible. It's yin and yang, black and white.
Why don't you edit them so that it's where you can have a storyline or a story arc of different characters, and if you're just dumping it out there, dude.
Yeah, it's just dumping.
Or who?
Dumping. What do you think? I'm creating content for like Viacom or something, or news like. you understand that this is just a live stream in an office listening to conversations? And I'm sitting here wondering, why am I listening to this? But then I also ask myself, why are these people talking about this for hours on a Tuesday at 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning? Don't they have anything better to do? I guess not.
You're reading like too many Deadpool comics. What are you, the character in your own story here, and you're the only one allowed to break the fourth wall or something in John's world?
This will be hilarious. So he could do this thing where he could make himself go viral. So the whole concept is, man forgets that he's live streaming, and he just starts doing these absurd things like, I think that would be a hit. You just completely forget that you're being recorded, and just do what you normally do. Well, that'll get people's attention. What do you think? What do you think, John?
Well, I've just refreshed my beverage, and I am getting very far in Ayn Rand's Virtue of Selfishness. We're on page 84. And it turns out that this book proves my theory about clown world and R-word syndrome. And until people on this app decide, you know what, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and stop automatically talking all the time and responding in gibberish, basically. And maybe I'll try to read a book for 15 minutes a day on this app. Oh my God, I would come to your room and listen to you reading a book. I would come to your room and listen to you reading a book.
Because people can't take his voice. So could you imagine being John, but not having medical benefits to get I would be so nervous. Like I would be a nervous wreck on a daily basis, not being medicated if I was John. And I didn't have medical insurance. I see why you went to get the medical insurance. It means it.
Uh-huh. Okay, Barth. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Another exciting
I wonder
episode.
if anyone in his life knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like sitting at a desk with like 15 cell phones pointed at himself, broadcasting into the ether. I mean, no one's listening.
Nobody.
I mean, unless this is just traveling. Maybe he has.
Nobody's listening.
Like
I'm cutting down all these trees and there's nobody here.
Strike a distant civilization, that he'll be a success. I mean, that's about how low the probability is that he will be successful at whatever it is he's doing here.
Hello?
But as far as his medication, yeah, if you were medicated, I think he would have a better chance. And I think this explains why he is as nervous as he is. And I think this explains why he doesn't have that sort of medical lifeboat. He's just sinking. Bro, you're sinking. Now he's posting the live stream.
Projection alert system detected.
Let's look how many viewers.
Projection alert.
Alright, let's look at some. How do I copy this? Oh, fuck. Okay, I got it. How do I copy this? Alright, I'm gonna. Oh my God, the guy is just so mentally ill. John, he's live streaming a black screen. It's not even, there's nothing, no noise. It says John Kitover, Chicago Mayoral candidate, 2027, podcast, news, philosophy, psychology, politics, culture, yoga.
Mm-hmm.
It has one view. I'm the only person viewing it.
Mm.
It has links to his. Now he's the mayor. It has links to his. The mayor that was like convicted was alleged of fucking election fraud publicly. And by the way, let me pin that link up there. It's a fucking doozy. So you just type his name in.
It's a doozy!
Degrees tomorrow. 90. Wow.
Let's talk about the weather, baby.
Yo, fuck that. That's gonna be terrible. Alright, this is the document that pretty much shows that John was involved in election fraud. And where there's smoke, there is certainly fire. There we go. Let's have a little read here. Board of Elections begins candidate removals. Congressman Darren LaHood will not have a primary challenge as Republican John Kitover was removed from the ballot. Kitover was found to have only 266 signatures. It was alleged the candidate committed widespread fraud, and the board even voted to forward the petitions to the Attorney General and State's Attorney. So, John, I think that maybe you should be spending your time in a better way than committing election fraud and just smearing shit on your reputation, reputationally. So reputationally, it's like literally smearing human shit on your face. Down on your face.
Oh boy, projection-like system.
And you were only able to get 266 fucking valid signatures. It's not good, John. Can someone invite John up? It's not letting me do it.
Yeah, I just want to say that Illinois.com is not a credible news website. The founder of that piece of shit website, his name is Finkston. He's a Republican operative working on behalf of the Darren LaHood campaign to besmirch my good name. I committed no fraud. There's been no investigation. There's been no arrest. There's been no charges other than a news blurb by a big fat turd with a huge herpes sore right in the middle of his lip. That is who published this. It's all a lie. The lawyer who represented Darren LaHood is a punk who wore a Bears hat to the trial. And on top of that, I accused Darren LaHood of committing fraud 1,000 times. He only accused me of it once in a third-party news source, so he's a classy guy. But why would he ruin his 10-year career in Congress by even mentioning my name? It just makes no